conference, the Washington Redskins. Number 79, the left end, Todd Liebenstein. At left tackle, number 65, Dave Butts. At right tackle, number 77, Darrell Grant. Right end, number 72, Dexter Manley. Left linebacker, number 55, Mel Kaufman. The middle linebacker, number 52, Neil Olkowitz. Linebacker number 57, Rich Malott. The left cornerback, number 28, Darrell Green. The right cornerback, number 24, Anthony Washington. Safety, number 48, Ken Coffey. And the free safety, number 29, Mark Murphy. Coach Joe Gibbs and the rest of the Washington Redskins. Unit of the champions of the AFC, the Los Angeles Raiders. Number 21, wide receiver, Cliff Branch. Number 79, left tackle, Bruce Davis. Guard, number 73, Charlie Hanna. At center, number 50, Dave Dalby. At right guard, number 65, Mickey Marvin.
Let's go, buddy.
At right tackle, number 70, Henry Lawrence.
Let's go, killer.
The tight end, number 46, Todd Christensen.
I'm working for him. Right on, buddy. Go. Give us something.
Wide receiver number 80, Malcolm Barnwell. The quarterback, number 16, Jim Plunkett.
Speed on him, baby. Let's go, Jim.
At running back, number 32, Marcus Allen.
Let's go, Marcus. All right, Marcus.
And at running back, number 33, Kenny King.
Get him, baby.
Coach Tom Flores and the rest of the Los Angeles Raiders.
Giving that extra effort makes winners. Be all you can be, sponsored by the U.S. Army.
Super Bowl 17. Washington trailing Miami by 4 points. With only minutes to play, faces a critical fourth down. Heisman takes the snap. Hands off to Riggins. He fights off McNeil. Breaks to the outside. And he's going to score.
Riggins finished with the greatest rushing day in Super Bowl history. 38 carries for 166 yards. Extra effort when his team needed it most made John Riggins the best he could be.
That's a big step, Tom.
I'm still gonna go to college, Dad, but after the Army.
I thought you wanted to be an electrical engineer.
I'll be learning about electronics, and I can qualify for the Army College Fund.
If you qualify, the Army College Fund will help you accumulate as much as $20,100 for tuition.
So you're going to be a soldier?
Be all that you can be.
And an engineer.
You can do it.
Be a good one.
In the Army.
Super Bowl 18, a matchup between, I think without question, the two best teams in the National Football League. Perhaps the first time in the history of this great event it has ever happened. Now down to PA announcer Mike Menendez.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for a moment of silence in memory of Papa Bear George Halas of the Chicago Bears, founding father and patriarch of the National Football League, who passed away this season. Thank you. Thank you. We ask you to remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the MacDill Air Force Base Color Guard. We also direct your attention to the skies above the stadium at the conclusion of our ceremony for a special Super Bowl flyover routine by the 56th Tactical Training Wing from MacDill Air Force Base. And now, to honor America, please join recording star Barry Manilow in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home
much more than good. You and me and Diet Coke, going one better just for the taste of it. Diet Coke, yeah, Diet Coke, just for the taste of it.
Diet Coke. The Grand Coulee Dam, built to harness the power of the Columbia River and provide electricity for millions. That took bold imagination, and it made this country grow. Today, I see that same kind of imagination in hundreds of small to mid-sized companies whose new ideas, new jobs, and new technologies will continue to build America. At First Jersey Securities, we specialize in discovering such emerging growth companies for today's investors with vision. First Jersey Securities, come grow with us.
Dad?
Uh-huh.
How old will Danny Boy get?
Oh, he's gonna be with us a long, long time, son.
Ralston Purina has researched nutrition, searching for ways to help dogs live longer lives. And we've succeeded with Purina Dog Chow. Every nutritional discovery that can help dogs live longer goes into Purina Dog Chow.
Danny Boy, you're terrific.
Purina Dog Chow brand dog food, helping dogs live longer lives.
CBS Sports coverage of Super Bowl XVIII is sponsored by the Sharp Electronics Corporation. From sharp minds come sharp products. And by Bud Light, the light beer with a taste that's satisfying, but never filling.
After millions of spoken and written words and thousands of cocktail parties, we're about to begin. The coin will be tossed to begin the ceremonies by Pro Football Hall of Fame member Bronco Nagurski, the Chicago Bears, great veteran. There he is at the age of 75 right now. He played in the first NFL championship game ever for the Bears, threw a touchdown pass. Here come the Redskins captains. They have 10 of them. They'll be joining Gene Barth, who is refereeing his first Super Bowl, along with the Raider captains. They only have 3.
Step forward, please.
Now Gene Barth. And this, of course,
Captain,
is the great Bronco.
Introduce yourself, please. Who will call a toss? You'll call it. Call it while it's in the air. Would you throw it, Mr. Nagurski? Throw it straight up. The man and the lady are heads. Tails. Call tails. Heads it is. The Raiders won the toss. Which choice? Which choice? Raiders won the toss and elected to receive. Good luck. Okay, this way. Okay, I'm sorry. So we're going to kick this way, okay?
Joe Theismann saying they want to kick in that direction. The Raiders won the toss, and they said, we want the football. With the wind like it is, John Madden, would you have done that?
Yeah, I would think so. I think they have to take the ball. The Raiders do, but I don't know that that's an advantage. I think when you're playing in a big game like this, everyone is so tense right now that the advantage may be with the Redskins and playing defense first.
The best 2 teams in football, the 2 best records in football. Not much doubt in anybody's mind. That just verifies what we just said. The Redskins 31-3 over the last 34 games. The Raiders 25-9. And they're here.
And that's the way it should be.
It is not in any way a diluted product. Tom Flory's done a whale of a job. He was on your staff when you were there.
Hey, he was my wide receiver coach at the time, and Tom was always a very cool and calculating as a player and as a coach, and I'll tell you, that was good for me. You know, I was, hey, do that. Tom was always up there relaxed and
cool and calculating would fit the description, too, of Joe Gibbs of the Redskins.
Yeah, but that's on the outside. I've known Joe Gibbs for 20 years. I used to coach with him 20 years ago. And inside that body is a lot of turmoil, I guarantee you. A lot of things going around. Boom, 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 boom. You know, those types of
sounds. A lot of things going on in the round today. Greg Pruitt And Clee Montgomery back deep for the Raiders. And here we go. Off the foot of Jeff Hayes. A knuckleball bounces. Pass to it into the end zone. He's got to get on it. And he does. The Raiders will start to operate from their own 20-yard line. And we'll give you the lineups in just a second. Here they are. Plunkett, Marcus Allen, and Kenny King, the two runners, Branch, Barnwell, and Christensen. We'll see pretty much that setup all day. Up front, they're big. Davis, Hanna, Dalby, Mickey Marvin, and Henry Lawrence on the right side. Just saying that the Raiders don't shift their offensive personnel too much. They stay pretty much in a two-back setup. Jim Plunkett in 1983. Clef Branch is wide to the left. And Barnwell is split slightly to the right. Marcus Allen on first down. Gets around the corner. Gets 5. Anthony Washington came up to cut him down. Something they hope to do. The Redskin defense. They play a 4-man front. Liebenstein, Butts, Darrell Grant, and Dexter Manley. 3 linebackers. Good ones. Kaufman, Olkowitz, and Rich Millott. And then the secondary has been rebuilt. Green, Washington on the corners, and Coffey and Murphy the safety. Branch and Barnwell on the left side this time, with Branch in the slot and Allen in motion to the right. And Plunkett back to throw. Outside Allen, he's got a blocker in front of him. Marcus Allen has a Raider first down. Coffey made the stop. With help from Olkowitz. It was Dalby out in front.
You know, Pat, you're talking about the Raiders not substituting on passing downs, and that's a reason, because Marcus Allen is as good a receiver as any third receiver they could put in. We see him here on this play. He comes in motion, gets out here. They get the ball to Marcus in the open field. Now, that's what they want to do all day. They don't always have to run him to do that, but they can throw those little passes to him to do that.
As they said to us in the week, you do not want number 32 loose in your secondary. Allen over the left side by Dave Butts after a couple.
There's big Dave Butts. He'll fill up a screen on you, won't he? He'll also fill up the middle of that line. You know, he and Darrell Grant, that's why they're so good against the run, the Redskins, because they really play strong in the middle. Look, boom, they just take that guard on both of them, plug up that middle, and there's no place to go. You see Butts right there, boom, right down the line.
Plunkett back to throw on second down. Looking, can't find anybody. Finally, thought he had Todd Christensen. Ken Coffey came over at the last second to slap it away from Todd.
That was a good play by Ken Coffey. He really closed. Now watch him right here. Christensen slipped a little as he starts to come on the end, and that gave Coffey the little chance to get in there. That was very close to an interception.
Ken Coffey was around last year, but on injured reserve, so really he's a rookie. It'll be third and long. Barnwell and Branch come to the right side this time. Plunkett to Kenny King. King slips one tackle, doesn't get the first down. He's at the 35, and Ray Guy will come on to the scene. Darrell Green made the stop. Redskin defensive unit yields a first down, but then they do their job.
I think Darrell Green today is going to make a lot of stops. He just seems to be all over that field in this Redskin defense.
Nick Giaquinto back to return the punt by himself for Washington. They decided at the last minute this week not to activate the dangerous Mike Nelms, so Giaquinto gets the job. It's a tough job in this wind, too. Ray Guy. Good kick by Guy. Giaquinto circles and signals for a fair catch. It almost got away from him. Good kick by Guy. 48 yards off the toe of Ray Guy, and no return, so a 48-yard net. And the Raiders will take that as often as they have to punt. 0-0.
Why has Toyota stood the truck world on its rear? All new trucks. Trucks with power features, performance features, comfort features, work features. New generation Toyotas. You can't buy a better value. starting with a price that hasn't changed in over 2 years. $59.98.
Oh, what a feeling.
Stood them on their rear.
Toyota.
Sharp introduces the copier that cuts the copy center down to size. The compact, affordable Sharp SF900.
It has 3 different reduction modes and an enlargement mode. It does the fast 40 copies per minute and has an optional sorter and automatic document feeder. In short, it does all the work of a copy center without taking up all the room.
The compact, affordable Sharp SF900. From Sharp Minds comes Sharp products.
0-0 in Super Bowl 18. Pat Summerall with John Madden. First quarter, Redskins' first offensive play. John Riggins is starting. From their own 19, it's Brown in motion. Riggins gets the handoff. Riggins gets maybe 2. And already there's some shuffling and struggling and mashing going on. A word that's been used a few times this week. Who's going to intimidate whom? The Washington Redskin offensive backs and receivers. Theismann, John Riggins, the lone running back. The H-back is Ricky Walker. Monk, Brown, and Warren. Up front, the Hogs, Jacoby, Grimm, Bostic, May, and Stark. Brown out wide to the left, and Monk split wide to the right. Theismann on the counter play. And Riggins barrels into the Raiders secondary. About a yard shy of the first down. Completing the lineups, front 3 for the Raiders. Long and Alzado the ends, and the nose man, the middle guard, Reggie Kinlaw. Hendricks, Millen, Nelson, and Martin, a fine group of linebackers. The secondary as good as there is. Hayes, Haynes, Davis, and McElroy. 3rd and short. Redskins go with 3 tight ends. That's Otis Wansley who moved, but it'll be Riggins who carries. Don't think he got it. Bob Nelson made the first contact against Riggins.
As we see Joe Gibbs there, I guarantee if they didn't get it, he's not going to go for it here on 4th down.
They didn't get it.
Yeah, that's one of those old right foot, left foot deals. You know, where do they spot that ball? How do they know where to spot it? They just throw a foot down there, and that's where it is.
As I look at it a little bit more, they might have gotten it.
Raw eyes, it looks like they did get it.
Raw eyes, they did get it.
Good spot.
First down for Joe Gibbs, not for Flores. Redskins have the ball their own 29-yard line. The Raiders got a first down and then had to punt their first possession. Redskins now have gotten their first down. Riggins behind Theismann. Monk in motion. Theismann will throw. Almost picked off. Intended for Monk. Mike Haynes was all over him.
You know, I don't think that's what the Raiders intended to do on defense, Pat. Mike Haynes was out there. Someone was trying to run across the field with Monk. Didn't get there. Haynes just stood there and said, here comes something. I may get it going that way. Here's Rod Martin coming close to an interception. You know, they had a lot of shifting and motion and movement. I think they fell into pretty good defense there.
Now the Raiders make some defensive changes. Alzado and Millen come out along with Hendricks, and they go now with a 3-man front, but a different group. Theismann going upfield for Charlie Brown. No, for Monk, I'm sorry. And Haynes was right with him again.
I think it's interesting here what the Redskins are doing. Usually Charlie Brown is on the left and Monk on the right. So maybe they're trying to get Monk on Haynes because he's bigger and try and get Charlie Brown on the right over there to go against Lester Hayes.
That brings up a 3rd and 10 situation. Well, let's see if Riggins stayed in the game or if we'll see Joe Washington. It's Washington along with Giaquinto. is Monk moving. Hayes coming with him. Theismann going after it again to Monk. Haynes with 3 outstanding defensive plays. They moved a lot, but they confused very little.
It's interesting to see what they're trying to do here early. You know, who do you pick on those Raider corners? Do you go against Mike Haynes? He's an all-pro. Or do you go to the other side against Lester Hayes? Looks like early they've chosen Mike Haynes.
Jeff Hayes back to kick. Greg Pruitt back deep. Last time they played, Pruitt had a big day. When he came up, he ran the 40 and 4.5. He still runs it in 4.6. And he's been hit a lot of times. Hayes goes up after it. Hayes has it blocked. Touchdown Raiders. I believe it was number 31, Derek Jensen, who did the blocking. It must have been.
We talk about offense, defense, and all the matchups and the great players. And then this whole thing could be boiled down to special teams. It started that way. And that was Derek Jensen who blocked that punt. It looked like he came inside, and he was right in Jeff Hayes' face.
David Humm holding. Barr for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's 7-0 in favor of the Raiders. Let's see where he came from.
I think he came up the middle, Pat. Let's see if we can see it here. He's number 31, Derek Jensen. He's the special teams captain of the Raiders. We see him coming right up the middle. That's the place to block a punt. You don't punt it, you don't block it where he lines up. You block it about 5 yards in front. That's right where Derek Jensen was.
The touchdown goes to Lester Hayes. He made the recovery.
There's Derek Jensen. He got in the middle and he got up there. He blocked it with his right hand. He got at the highest point. And of course, there's Lester Hayes making a touchdown.
So the Raiders get it into the end zone first. Block punt by Jensen, a recovery by Hayes, and they lead 7-0.
You can protect everything but your ego. Because they know how it hurts. And they'll go for it again.
Bring out your best. Budweiser Light. Bring out your best. Budweiser Light.
The best has a taste all its own. Enjoy it.
Budweiser Light.
For fulfilling the needs of business people like us, with convenient schedules to over 125 major cities, offering one-time check-in, plus a bonus program that makes it all worthwhile.
And always with a smile.
It is with deep appreciation that I present Eastern Airlines with these wings. Keep it up.
At Eastern, we earn our wings every day.
Thursday, in a special CBS movie presentation, Stacy Keach is Mickey Spillane's Mike Hammer in the world premiere of More Than Murder, Thursday.
Let's watch that punt block one more time. Here's Derek Jensen right here against Otis Wansley right here. Now, he's going to take an inside move. Clint Didier, who is here, blocks to the outside. Derek Jensen comes right in here and blocks the punt. Watch him from there. See, he takes an inside move on Wansley. See it right there? Didier blocks out. Jensen comes right up the middle.
And Lester Hayes recovers in the end zone, and the Raiders take a 7-0 lead. Barr will kick off, and Alvin Garrett will be back deep. In Super Bowl history, you saw the teams that have scored first have had a great degree of success. And the ball blew off the tee, and Barr has to say, hold it, guys. Now the information that has just come to us is that it was Jensen who made the recovery in the end zone. Hayes was right there. Jensen did the blocking, and Jensen did the recovery.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. If you come up with a great play to make a block, you ought to get credit for the touchdown. That has to be embarrassing for a kicker, though. How you go up to kick that thing, you're all fired up, it just falls on.
He had no chance. Barr's kick is headed in the direction of Garrett. At the 9. Garrett hit and cut down, and Jensen clips him down. He was hit by another Raider first. Chester Willis.
It's a big start here for Derek Jensen. He's down in a kickoff. Let's watch the recovery here. Here he is. He's the first guy there, yeah. Lester Hayes was the second guy. He didn't have the ball, though. He's doing the celebrating.
Lester's already saying touchdown.
Derek Jensen's getting a lot of hits on the helmet over there.
I'll say.
Headache, but he'll feel good.
Redskins will start from their own 21, 1st and 10. Raiders back in their regular defensive scheme now. Monk in motion. Here's Riggins over the left side. Maybe 3 or 4. You hear a lot of yelling. Riggins, as we found out earlier in the week, had a touch of the flu or some congestion. He was afraid it was going to make him weak. So far, I don't see too much evidence of that, do you?
I don't think so, but the one thing you'd have to think about is Riggins is a type of fullback who gets stronger as the game goes on. He's never been a big producer in the first quarter. Builds up a little in the second quarter, but then in that second half, that's when he really comes on. So I think we have to wait till then to see.
2nd and 6 from the 25, Redskin territory. Monk goes in motion. Theismann, Charlie Brown, the intended receiver. The ball is loose. It is incomplete. Mike Haynes again. Matt Millen over to pick the ball up quickly. Theismann is 0 for 4.
Well, you know, we've talked about that. Joe Theismann has talked about that. And Joe Gibbs has talked about that. In order for the Redskins to get into their offensive rhythm, Riggins has to run and create those 2nd and 2 type of things. Then you can run or pass. They haven't started establishing that yet.
Riggins goes out and Joe Washington comes in. He had a big day in the first meeting between these two. A controlled scramble by Theismann, and he's got some room, but he doesn't quite get the first down. James Davis is over to nudge him out of bounds.
Watch Joe Theismann on this play. This is an organized scramble. See, he starts back. Now his center pulls out. You see 53 Bostic in front of him. Theismann pulls that. He sees good coverage downfield. No one open, no one to throw to. So he just keeps running and doesn't get the first down.
So Jeff Hayes, who had his first punting attempt blocked, is back in. Redskins have to punt again. Greg Pruitt standing back at his own 30. They're not trying to block this one. Off the side of Hayes' foot. They let it bounce. It hit a Raider in the back. And it's Redskins football. It bounced, hit Ted Watts in the back, and the Redskins recover. The debate continues, however.
We used to always have a rule. If the ball hits the ground, run off the field. Get away from it. I think it did hit number 20, Ted Watts. Looks like the officials are going to talk about it to make sure. They say it did. Redskins ball, first down.
Only a 27-yard punt, but here it is.
Watch here. Here's Watts right here, number 20. You see the ball's hitting the ground. He's trying to block there. You see he's blocking. Now watch, the ball hit him right there in the right hand. So now the Redskins can recover the ball. That was a tough break. Watts didn't even see that ball.
Never saw it.
Blocking, swung his hand back and hit the ball. He still doesn't know what happened there.
Greg Williams, the backup free safety who made the recovery for the Redskins. They have it at the Raider 42. Monk is the motion man again, and Theismann is going to work. With no success and no penalty markers. Intended for Clint Didier.
Let's see it one more time here. Again, we're going to see Ted Watts. You see him out there blocking. Look, he's blocking. He doesn't even see it. Now his arm hit the ball. And then, of course, the Redskins got in and got it. Mark Murphy, 29, was there. He knows that our ball going that way.
Theismann has yet to complete a pass. The wind might be bothering him more than we thought it would.
The Redskins have yet to get in any offensive rhythm.
Second and long, a situation that nobody likes. Theismann in the controlled scramble again, chased by the Raiders. Gets away from him. Throws. A catch. Clint Didier, right on the sideline, came up with the football.
I'll tell you, that's something that Theismann can do. You know, he can move around and buy some time. Now watch it. It's that organized scramble again. He's going to come out to his right. Didier is out there on the sideline. You see him? Boom. Up quick out here. Mike Davis, a strong safety forces, just misses there. Now watch him thread that needle. Whew. Otis McKinney said, how'd you get that ball in there? That's out of bounds. It has to be. Official said, nope, it's a good one. But it is short of a first down, so they're going to end up in that 3rd and short.
With the official timer, please put 8 seconds back on the clock, please. He was out of bounds on the previous play.
So you understand that, I'm sure. The clock is supposed to stop when he gets out of bounds.
That's what Otis McKinney was telling the official. He was saying he was out of bounds when he caught it, though. Gene Barr said he was out of bounds after he caught it.
So, as instructed, they are putting 8 seconds back on the clock. The Redskins have it 3rd and 2 at the Raider 34. Raiders leading 7-0. 8:10 left in the first quarter. Should read 8:18. They're still waiting.
And of course, if you wonder why Otis McKinney was in there, the Raiders on 2nd down go to 6 defensive backs, and he is one of the 2 extra defensive backs that come in.
It is an honor for those people. Those are today's officials. And they are here because the league officials feel they did the best job. 3rd down. Brown in motion. They give to Riggins. Riggins circles to the left, and he gets enough for the first down. About the 31. Howie Long tripped him up along with Rod Martin. Riggins from Redskins pick up the first.
I tell you, if they really need one, that's where they go. They go to that left side in there behind Russ Grimm and Big Joe Jacoby. Watch Jacoby here, 66. Boom, in, head up, keep those feet driving. Boom, move, push. Get a little deal there. He was man-to-man on Howie Long. Jacoby got the movement. The Redskins got the first down.
Well, that's a little strength meeting when those two meet. First down. Raider 31. Riggins is hit right at the line of scrimmage by Rod Martin and someone else. He only got a yard.
John Riggins was telling us the other day that maybe that 49er game, the championship game 2 weeks ago, may have been the toughest game he's ever played. He said he had divots all over his body.
He went into the 49er locker room after the game was over and said, hey, you guys, look at me. You didn't replace your divots. I don't mean on the field. I mean on my body.
Said he got some of them replaced, he said, but it just doesn't look the same after they're replaced.
Riggins is out and Washington is in now on 2nd and 8. The Raider 29. Washington is the ball carrier. The scooter gets to about the 27 before Van McElroy comes up to cut him down. The Raiders, almost to a man, fear Joe Washington as much as any of the Redskins' weapons.
That's what they said. They remember the last game, and of course, it's because of Joe Washington's speed. They figure if Riggins is in there, they can control. That's strength against strength, and they can handle that. Joe Washington gives them another fast guy in there, and that makes them worry.
Now on 3rd and 6, they have Giaquinto and Washington, and now they do their now familiar moves, and here comes Brown. Oh, this is Alvin Garrett in motion. Theismann incomplete. Looking for Giaquinto. The Raiders had it well defensed. Otis McKinney and Mike Davis on the defense. Here comes Mosley. Mark, who of course kicked the game-winning field goal against the 49ers 2 weeks ago, but missed 4 before that. There's his year in '83. It was a good year, but not nearly as good as last year. And the wind could certainly bother this. You can see those ribbons on top of the goalpost. as he goes from 44 yards out with Theismann holding. It is wide left. So the Raider lead stands as is, 7-0. We have 6 minutes and 16 seconds left to play in the first quarter of Super Bowl number 18.
When we blasted a hole through this master lock on TV, we became the target for a lot of doubters. Since then, newspaper reporters, police departments, even a famous consumer advocate have all given it their best shot. Often more than one. And in dozens of cases, all documented, the master lock held tight. Bulletproof that master locks are tough under fire.
Did you know that Northwestern Mutual is offering IRAs? So? But they are also offering a special disability rider that will continue to fund your IRA in the event you are disabled and lose your income.
How can they do that? Disability option IRA. Call 800-528-6050 for more information. Only from Northwestern Mutual Life, the quiet company.
They're a tough act to follow.
Follow the rainbow to a galaxy of superstars and see the best perform their magic. The NBA All-Star Game, next Sunday on CBS Sports.
Those great shots you've been seeing from above Tampa Stadium come from the Goodyear Blimp Enterprise from Pompano Beach, Florida. That's where it's based, and the captain is Mike Fitzpatrick from Newport, Rhode Island. Our cameraman up there with him is Herman Lang. First and 10 Raiders from their own 27-yard line. This is Kenny King, the ball carrier. King slams for about 9 yards before Coffey can make the stop.
I think the Raiders are bringing Marcus Allen out in motion here. I think they're setting something up. They want to get him out. You see, here we see it from ground level to the right. Good block in there. There's big Mickey Marvin. There's Henry Lawrence. Man-to-man. They give a good hole for Kenny King. Marcus Allen had gone in motion outside. I think they're setting up, trying to see how they're going to defend that, set up a deep pass later.
Kenny King got enough for a first down. And Plunkett goes back to throw on first down. Lobs it out to King. King gets away from one Redskin tackle. Gets out to the 45, maybe the 46-yard line. Neil Olkowitz brought him down. 7-yard pickup. You get 7 yards on first down, things become a lot more simple.
Well, the Raiders have an advantage with that passing game because they really have two backs in the backfield, but they're two halfback types. Last time the Raiders went to the Super Bowl, Kenny King was the starting halfback, so they can go out either side of the backfield.
There are the two, 33 and 32. Marcus Allen and Kenny King. 2nd and 3 and Marcus. Todd Liebenstein came down to make the initial contact. One of the keys to Raiders' success is going to be how well Marcus Allen performs on the ground against that Skins defense, which is the best in the league. He's done pretty well.
You know, linebacker Rich Malott was saying the other night that that's the guy they worry, because if there's anyone hot coming into the Super Bowl, it's Marcus Allen. He played better in the playoffs than he did in the regular season this year.
3rd and 1 from the 47. Plunkett goes quickly. He has Christensen. He'll have the first down, and Todd Christensen fights into Redskin territory. Todd Liebenstein came over to make the stop finally, a 9-yard gain.
Now, in that play, it was a short yardage play. All Todd Christensen does is watch. He'll come off the line. He'll come inside right here. He'll find an area. Look, and just sit down. They call that a squat pass. They said just go up there about 4 or 5 yards, find an opening, turn around, and we'll pop you for the first down. Christensen, he wasn't ready with that. He said, I want some more, not just that much.
That's one of the things he can do so well. That's why those short passes can be so successful. He can turn them into more yardage. Here's Plunkett back to throw again. Out to Kenny King again. Game this time is cut down quickly. A penalty marker is down. It was Rich Malott who came up to make the stop.
I think it's interesting the type of passing we're seeing now. Raiders don't think that's interesting, a holding penalty, but Tom Flory said that they were having too many interceptions. So he said they changed their passing scheme, that whenever they sent their wide receivers deep, they always had two short guys, usually a back and a tight end.
So Plunkett had some place to go. Butts up in conference with Gene Barth. They want the penalty. That's the first one of the game. You think it's true, John, that in big games like this one, the referees, the officials are inclined to let them play a little bit more? Well, let's listen to Gene Barth first.
79 offense, holding, still first down.
It was called against Bruce Davis. Now, what do you think about that?
I think they tend to let them play more to be less picky in these big games. Of course, the biggest one are always those open field ones. You know, those are the ones that always give the big plays, those pass interference calls.
1st and 20. They're back in their own territory. The handoff is to Marcus Allen. Fumble. The ball is on the ground. And the Raiders just barely got it back. Let's see who wound up on top of it. That was almost serious.
Well, the Raiders have had one turnover already, but they played great defense. The Redskins didn't take advantage of it. They almost had their second here. Watch this. It's a sweep play to Marcus Allen. He's getting out here to the outside. He has the ball in the right place. It's on the outside. We see right there, Monty Coleman, 51, came in and stripped it with his left arm.
Charlie Hanna came over to make the recovery. He got cut off and couldn't get out in front of Marcus. That's why he was back there. Frank Hawkins in the backfield now with Marcus Allen. Plunkett with a lot of time. Christensen almost comes up with a one-handed grab, covered by Rich Malott. That's the matchup they wanted.
They had that. Todd Christensen lined up on the right side, ran across, all the way across the field. It looked like he was open sooner than Jim Plunkett threw it to him. Let's see if we can watch it here. Here's Christensen here. He's number 46. Now watch him as he breaks right here. He looks open right now. Now, by the time the ball gets there, he didn't have as many steps on Malott.
It had to be that Plunkett didn't see him soon enough.
I think Plunkett was looking to his right.
So it's 3rd down. They need 24 for the first. The Raiders operating at their own 42-yard line. And the referees stop it. Washington, yes. Washington takes a timeout.
Timeout, Washington. That's their first timeout.
I think somebody might have been missing from the Redskin defense, although I can't understand why, unless they were trying to put in 6 defensive backs and somebody just missed it. Raiders still lead, though, 7-0.
Yeah. When 11 particularly large, ugly, mean suckers slam into you, it hurts. That's football. No pain, no gain. But after the game, when you want the pain to stop, there'd better be Anise in that locker. You hear me?
Regular strength pain relievers stop at 650 milligrams, but Anison gives you more medicine, 800 milligrams.
More medicine? Yeah. But no more pain. That's when you start to feel human again.
Anison, more medicine.
Denorex shampoo and conditioner versus Head & Shoulders regular formula.
On this side, I can feel a tingling sensation. There's something going on up there. And this side, there's not much happening.
Look what you used.
Well, this is the brand that I usually use, and this is Denorex.
Each shampoo has one medicine for dandruff. Denorex adds an extra anti-itch medicine, and Denorex adds conditioner, too.
My hair is a lot more manageable. Feels nice. Goodbye, Head & Shoulders. Hello, Denorex.
Get Denorex, dandruff shampoo that conditions, too.
Are you really afraid of your underwear?
You go ahead, folks. I'll catch up.
It's Alan Alda, Carol Burnett, and Jack Weston in the Four Seasons Monday.
We can see why the Redskins had to take time out on that last play. They only had 10 guys in the field. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There was no one out here to cover, so it was a smart move.
Could turn out to be a costly move if they get into a situation where they need a timeout.
Well, you know, it's one of those things on both sides. It could come back to haunt you, but if you're only playing with 10 guys and you don't have a corner out there to cover Cliff Branch, that could be a 7-point play.
And now Washington is out there with Branch. Third down and long. Plunkett back to throw. Throws it away. Throws it in the direction of Frank Hawkins as Dexter Manley was applying some pressure. Manley complaining about somebody holding him, I'm sure.
That's probably Bruce Davis. They've already called one holding penalty on Bruce Davis, and they're probably thinking the same thing. Watch him. There's Manley on the outside. You see Davis does have his right hand on him. You see him there? And that's what Manley was complaining about. He said, he's still holding me. You called one, but he's still doing it.
Here's Ray Guy in the direction of G. Quinto. He has to let it bounce, and now handles it at his own 17. Out to about the 27. Penalty marker down, back in Raider territory, 42-yard punt. James Davis made the tackle on the punt coverage. They're going to call the Redskins for holding. That is really serious. They needed 24 yards for the first down.
I tell you, the Redskins are having a tough day today on special teams in this first half. They've had a punt block. Now on a return, they get a holding penalty, and this is really going to put them in the hole.
We had a post-possession hold on number 54 of the receiving team. It was a post-possession foul. First down.
On Peter Cronin. So the Redskins will have to start deep in their own territory. Back on the 8-yard line. Trailing the Raiders 7-0.
We have been fascinated from the beginning. As a machine, the human body remains a supreme invention. To unlock its potential, we offer Soloflex. Simple and efficient, like the body itself. Which may explain why Soloflex looks less like a machine and more like a work of art.
Coors to you. Coors to you. Coors to you. The best of it, the best of the Rockies is yours. Coors to you. The clean of it all night. Through the fresh of it. Rocky Mountain Gold you got. The best of the Rockies is yours.
Tampa Stadium. What a shot, huh? Not a bad seat in this arena. Seats 72,000. None empty. Redskins operate from their own 8. They've had very poor field position. This is Riggins by Bob Nelson from the opposite side. Here's where they've had to start. First time from their own 19, then from their 21, and then they recovered the punt fumble. They missed a field goal after that. And then this time, of course, they have to start from their own 8-yard line.
Well, you know, as I said earlier, the Redskins really haven't gotten into any type of offensive rhythm yet, and that Raider defense has a lot to do with that. They're really swarming that football.
Washington is the setback. See if Quinto goes in motion and Theismann backpedals. It's Joe Washington, and he scurries out for a first down. Martin and Nelson. That's that option pattern that he runs, a 10-yard pickup.
That's right. What he does is he comes down the field about 8 or 10 yards, and then he can go inside or outside depending on how he's covered. Let's see if we can see it here from the end zone. Theismann is watching him all the way. There's Washington. You see, he had coverage to the outside. Rod Martin, 53, was outside, so he cut and turned back inside. Here's a big matchup. Jacoby and Alzado. Watch him, Alzado. He's giving him everything he has. He's clubbing, face mask, grab anything. And you're in the pits.
Theismann out to the right. Misses Didier. That rollout to get away from that Raider pressure that John Madden was talking about. Mike Davis was back there with Didier.
That's one thing that's interesting. Didier was a wide receiver in college. He's a tight end now, but in this game, they're playing him outside a lot, and it looks like they're trying to isolate him on strong safety Mike Davis. Usually that strong safety plays inside. Look, there's guys fixing the goalpost.
Well, what happened to it? That's George Toma up there with the wrench, who's in charge of the maintenance of the field.
Better watch out. They may kick a long field goal.
Here's Riggins. He'll go nowhere. Rod Martin made the play on Riggins.
Here's a heck of a linebacker, Rod Martin. You know, he's not big. He only weighs about 220 pounds, but he has great big hands and strong hands. That time, Don Warren, the tight end, was trying to block him. He went whap. He got those clamps on him right down the line and strung it out.
He said to us the other day when we talked with him, I may not be very big, but once I get my hands on you, it's over.
And that's what he did on that last play to Don Warren. He got those hands on him, strung that play out.
So it's third down. 13 they need to get the first down. Offsides is Alzado. Lyle likes to go up the field like that, and he was just trying to get a jump on Joe Jacoby.
That's what he was saying. He told us the other night, he said, I want to get him. I want to get his feet moving. And the way he wants to do that is get up the field quickly. That time he got up a little too quickly. He's saying that Jacoby moved.
Jacoby's one of those tackles who doesn't get down in a three-point stance when he pass blocks.
Offside, 77 defense, still third down.
Let's watch it. It's right here at the bottom of the screen. You see, it looked like he was tipping a little, but Alzado just took off.
It is still 3rd and 8 from the Redskin 22 with 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the Raiders leading 7-0.
You know, when you're like Jacoby and you weigh over 300 pounds and you start to tip, that can register on one of those scales.
He could hardly get out of the door of the meeting room the other day. Heisman going deep for Brown. Charlie Brown has it and dropped it. And to be called incomplete, he made a good move and then couldn't quite hang on.
I'll tell you, he really did make a good move, Pat. He turned all the way around to get it. He's on Mike Haynes there short. You see Haynes short, McElroy deep, but watch him. He turned around. He didn't have control of it. As he started to bring it down, it hit his shoulder pads and bounced out on him.
So Jeff Hayes will have to punt with Greg Pruitt back deep for the Raiders. Bostic is the snapper. He came pretty close to getting that one. Hayes hangs it high, and Pruitt at the 30. Pruitt scoots up the field to the 38, and there's a scramble after this one.
I think the official said he was down.
48-yard punt by Hayes. The official did indeed say he was down. The ball is dead. Let's look at it from our reverse angle vantage point.
Hey, we remember one rule here, that the ground cannot cause a fumble. As long as he has it when he goes down. If the ball comes out when he hits the ground, I don't know. That one looked like it started out before he went down. I don't know about that one.
I don't either.
Yeah, that ball's being stripped by Greg Williams. Watch Williams, 47, come in there. Watch it, it's right up at the top. No, that was caused by a strip. That should have been a fumble.
He almost just took it away from him.
That went right up his shoulder pad.
Here's Marcus Allen, and he gets some room to the outside. Allen in Redskin territory, out of bounds at about the 45, hit out by Darrell Green. 17 yards for Marcus Allen.
Well, the Raiders dodged a bullet there. And I'll tell you, when they get some life, they're going to come. Here's a Raider defense talking about a about the Redskin offense. Al Alzato's saying, geez, I just beat Jacoby on an inside move, Coach.
At the 45-yard line of Washington, with 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Marcus Allen again. Stopped this time by Dave Butts. First quarter about to come to an end with the Raiders leading 7-0. Over the last 4 games, as Rich Millot said, Marcus Allen has been hot. That's what he averaged over the last 4 games, 108.3. Today he's 6 carries, 25 yards picked up. He just got 17 of those. That's the end of the quarter, with the Los Angeles Raiders leading Washington 7-0. Super Bowl 18.
It takes guts to redesign one of the world's most popular cars. Introducing Toyota Corolla Reborn. This family sedan was reborn to please you with more comfort. Reborn to please your family with more room. Reborn to please anyone with its mileage and affordability. The 1984 front-wheel drive Toyota Corolla. Reborn to please the world.
It's the dawn of a new era in microcomputer technology. The Tandy TRS-80 Model 2000 personal computer from Radio Shack, designed to meet your personal computing needs. It's faster, with higher resolution, more storage, and greater expandability than IBM's PC. Its ultra-high performance gives you the leading edge of Radio Shack's computer technology. The Tandy TRS-80 Model 2000 personal computer, the dawn of a new era in personal computing.
Here at the Sharp Reliability Test Center for Televisions, we turn the temperature down to -4 degrees, and then we turn it up to 104 degrees. This one is about to go for a little ride to find out how tough he really is. And finally, the aging test to make sure they last and last. At Sharp, sure, we played rough with our TVs, but that's only so they play nice for you. From sharp minds come sharp products.